Time now. We will explain why there are pictures of orangutan behind us. I said that strangely, didn't I? Orangutan. So we know, as human beings, that reaching for some medicine or cream in the first aid kit to treat an injury is pretty common for us, but maybe not so common in the animal community.
Although we're perhaps wrong not to be so surprised when they do it. For the first time, scientists in Indonesia have seen a wild orangutan treating a wound on his cheek, and he was applying paste from a medicinal plant. Our reporter Georgina Ranard has more.
This is Rakus. He's just been injured, probably after fighting with other male orangutans. Now he's preparing to do something we are all familiar with, trying to heal a wound. That's what scientists in Indonesia believe he was doing when they saw him putting medicinal leaves on his injury.
He was eating on it for 13 minutes and then repeatedly applied the plant juice from his mouth directly onto the wound. This looked similar to a wound plaster. It healed also quite fast, so within a couple of days it was already fully closed.
A month later, the injury was completely gone. Scientists had never before seen a wild animal apparently healing its own wound. It's another sign of how close we are to great apes.
We humans, we treat our wounds, but also forms of active wound treatment can be found in the African great apes. It's possible that our last common ancestor already showed similar ointment behavior.
And maybe Rakus isn't alone. Now scientists will be watching other orangutans to see if they share his healing powers. Georgina Ranard, BBC News.
Let's talk to Craig Trevethick, who is an ape specialist from Twycross Zoo. Oh, Craig, who have you got? Sorry, I'm so sorry. Delighted that you've joined us, but please can you introduce us to your friend behind you?
Yeah, so right behind me is Bazuki. He's a young male orangutan, and just in the background as well, it's his mother, Malaku.
Brilliant. What's their morning routine this morning? You know, how have they begun the day?
So we usually begin by giving them a visual health check, and then we feed them their breakfast. So they're pretty much just having their little bit of breakfast now, and they may have just popped back inside, but they may be back out again.
Oh, OK. I will talk to you about what we said we would talk to you about as well, but we cannot resist an orangutan, obviously. This observation by these scientists in Indonesia, how significant is it? And I just wonder if, I suppose the animals where you are would have been treated by veterinary specialists anyway, so you wouldn't need that kind of administering of medicine. But how exciting is this news?
It is actually really unprecedented, that the fact that we've actually seen this in a wild orang. So as you've mentioned, in captivity, if they was to have any type of wound, we would apply topical treatment to it. So in the wild, it has been observed that they will eat medicinal plants if they've got an upset stomach. But the fact that they're actually using it in such a different way now to apply it to a wound is just completely and utterly unprecedented. And we've not actually seen it in any wild animal, let alone in the great apes.
Craig, good morning to you. It's Charlie here. I mean, they are very, very clever animals, aren't they? I mean, you know that from other research that's been done.
Yeah, so they are very, very intelligent. I would argue to say that they are probably one of the most intelligent out of all of the four great apes. They tend to be a little bit more patient and a little bit more determined, especially when it comes to problem solving compared to the other great apes as well.
It's so interesting. So, I mean, we're talking about them administering to themselves. What have you witnessed them? You know, what have you witnessed seeing them do? Because you get periods of time, which we don't, obviously, even members of the public don't, to see them over a period of time. What have you witnessed that has been amazing?
So they are very good at problem solving. So an orangutan will pretty much sit and wait, and we will provide them with enrichment. So we will do a lot of puzzle-based enrichment to improve their cognitive abilities. And we'll see they actually will fashion tools to actually get the rewards that we put in for them. So not only will they actually use tools, which is actually quite an intelligent behavior, but the fact that they will actually make their own tools to then use those tools to actually get their rewards. So we will do that almost on a daily basis. We're trying to challenge them with all the different types of enrichment we have. So, for example, in the wild, orangutans probably wouldn't use stone-based enrichment, but in here they will find little bits of stones and they will fashion sticks. and they'll use those sticks then to maybe hook food that we'll put around the enclosure in hard-to-reach places.
Well, so I'm looking to your left now. Is he peeping out?
That's the mum, I think.
Yeah, so that's our female orang now. So she's having a quick look. So she's probably got a little bit of her breakfast still left outside. So she's probably looking to see if there's anything left.
She's actually just kind of she was holding the flap of the door open, just checking out what's going on.
Yeah, so she's basically having a look to see if there's any more breakfast for her. I think she may have cleared it all out now.
Are they still quite shy, even though they're obviously in captivity? Are they still quite shy? Because obviously you're standing there, and we can see in the reflection actually our technical team, which is filming you as well. You know, their shadows. If they see people they're not used to, will they just kind of stay away?
Yeah, so they can be. So obviously they see the keepers every day, so they're used to us being around. Sometimes if they see cameras, they might be a little bit shy. But usually with keepers, they're quite good. Usually large crowds can sometimes, they might stay away a little bit. But all in all, they actually are quite sociable.
Craig, it's been lovely talking to you. Oh, look, no, I think they're going to peek out. Are we going to get one last appearance?
Possibly. No. I think she's debating it.
She's debating. OK, I'll leave her in peace. Craig, it's been so good to talk to you. Craig Trevethick, Senior Rapekeeper at Twycross Zoo, thank you.
As the door closes, you know what's going to happen? We look at that camera a while.
Oh, she'll be there.
Straight out, right in front of the cameras.